Honestly, I don't love rock and roll. I mean, it's okay, but I really love rock. Rock as in now. R-O-C-K, from R-O-C-C-R-O-Q-U-E, rocca. Of uncertain origin, possibly Celtic. Used primarily to describe rock formations, as opposed to individual stones. So sorry. I guess you have stones instead of rocks, technically. But if you were to imagine yourself really small, like a miniature person, this could be a giant cliff. Notice all the texture, the features, the ridges, the ledges, the cracks, the overhangs, the summit. One thing I like about climbing, it's a sequence of small, solvable steps. You can find your own path, chart your journey. I invite you on this journey. Let's rock.
It's pushing yourself to something that at first wasn't possible, and slowly you start to see that it is possible.
It's like a puzzle, but you have to figure out how to do it physically.
Combination of strength and flexibility and balance, focus.
It's like that moment where there's nothing else going on. It's just you and what's going on in front of you.
I like to climb because it's epic. I like adventures. Knowing that you can get yourself out of almost any situation if you think hard enough about it.
I feel like it's sort of the synergy of putting all parts of my body together to accomplish something really physically hard.
No music, no advertisements, no second speech.
Climbing for so long, I don't know what else to do.
I think I mostly climb because I'm a little bit of an addict. There's that feeling of like getting to the top of the route and sending it cleanly that just kind of makes you want to go try another one, try something a little bit harder.
To make it as hard as you want for yourself or not, right? There's always something harder.
One day it's easy and the next day that same route is incredibly hard.
And just pushing yourself to go higher.
It's all just, it's like your true self, like right there in that moment.
It's really something to walk up and try something that just seems so impossible, and then later, over a period of time, to find it be possible.
Hi, my name's Jason, and I'm addicted to climbing. I am the grandson of an alcoholic, and I am his grandson. I share his brain chemistry, and I am fortunate enough to be addicted to climbing. I am addicted to the art and not to the substance.
I like to climb because it's like dancing. And I like dancing.
It is like dancing. In making a dance, I also need some small, solvable steps. Start with words. Definitions. Rock. Colon. A relatively hard, naturally occurring mineral. Or petrified matter. Hyphen, comma, stone. In or into a state of disaster. A firm foundation of support. God! To sway with emotion. Rock. Rock can consist of one or several minerals. That are held together by a cement-like matrix. Matrix. In England, it's a kind of hard candy. Candy. And in America, to get your rocks off, you know, rock bottom, rock the boat, hyphen, comma, a diamond, or to love and hope, security, etc. is right next to. To break. To break. To utter or tell. Now, add music. In this case, rock music. Sometimes you mess up. In climbing, you yell, take! You shake out. You try again. You try hard. You try some more. Of uncertain origin. I don't know when it began. My husband said he did coke a couple of times in college. A couple of times in college. That was such a long time ago. Rock. As in crack cocaine, we just started calling it that in the 1970s. West Coast slang. Before that, 1921, between a rock and a hard place. On the Rocks Ruined is from 1889 and rock bottom, lowest possible, 1856. I like the desert. All that warm rock. I really like to climb. Me, I started with traditional routes, trad routes. That's when there's a leader and a follower. The leader goes first and they follow the crack. They have these little metal doodads that they put in the crack, tri-cams, cams, pitons. That's what holds the rope and keeps you from hitting the ground. Your partner follows the same path you made. In traditional climbing, you do just about anything you can to stay in the crack. There's finger locks and hand jams, fist jams, toe jams, knee bars, shoulder cams. I hate crack. It hurts. I like face climbing. Face climbing. Navigating delicate features.
I love being outside. I think climbing is one of the purest sports out there. It's just you, what your body can do with the rock.
I always feel welcome around the rock and around the people.
Rock is completely not man-made and just completely natural, and the variances between area, the variances between climb is really what draws me to continue to climb, and because you can continue to search out amazing climbs in the future.
Yeah, just being here. It's sometimes so unbelievable.
Climbing outside as much as possible feels as comfortable as life can get, I guess.
I didn't know I was going to marry him. But I did know I really liked this guy. He was so down to earth, rock solid. We started on our journey together. The steps for my marriage: meet a guy while climbing, fall in love, share a place, climb together for 7 years, get engaged. Think about think about Did you ever do that in elementary school? Like on field day? Yeah, there's that one. And there's also the egg toss. Someone out there has an egg. So you remember the egg toss, right? Maybe it's kind of simple. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Hi, Sarah. So, would you do this egg toss with me? Thank you very much. Thank you, Sarah. So what happens is you toss it to me, right, just like that. And I take a step back, and then I toss it to you, and then I toss it back, and I toss it to you, and then I take a step back and I toss it to you. Doing a great job. There's also the one that's like this, you know, when you're supposed to pass it like that in field day. Did you ever do that one, Sarah? No. Neither did I. My grandmother didn't approve. She thought it was like necking. My grandmother taught me how to make eggs. She called them chicken embryos. I thought that was gross. Not that I knew what an embryo was. My grandmother had an egg timer. a grandfather clock, a cuckoo clock, a biological clock. She taught me how to make hard-boiled eggs. Soft-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, but never fried. I had to wait until I was a cohabitating woman for that. Grandma didn't approve of cohabitation either, but at least I was making meals for my man. I made him a fried egg every day. I made sure not to break the yolk. First time. Sometimes I would go through like a half a dozen eggs before I got it just right. This is the steps I took. A ritual. A rock. He gave me a rock on my 31st birthday. So next step, buy a house. We bought a row house in Baltimore and a big screen TV.
I love climbing because it gives me beauty and suffering at the same time.
Well, it looks really beautiful when you're doing it, but inside you're definitely suffering.
I like small shoes compared to my feet. I like torturing myself.
It's when you climb and your skin is bleeding and covered in rashes from jabs. You keep going and you can tape it up or just, I don't know, climb through it. And when you get down, you're like, oh no, my cuticles blew up.
I tore a ligament in my ankle and I had to get surgery.
I fell down climbing and smashed my knee, blacked out, was bleeding all over the place, had to drag my leg for about a couple miles, passed out, had to go to the emergency room, and couldn't walk for a few weeks.
My heel caught, and I ended up flipping upside down, completely vertical, and my back hit the wall.
It's really painful at first, but then, I don't know, it's more meaningful when you get back to where you were before and continue to get stronger.
It hurts, but that's kind of what makes it worth it, I guess. Just because if it didn't hurt, it wouldn't be any fun if you finished.
It's funny how many climbing terms are actually parts of a house. There's a mantle. That helps you get up over a roof. And a chimney. A chimney is when you use friction to support yourself between two different surfaces. If you add your hands, it's a stem. I'm really good at stemming because I'm flexible. I can hold this for a long time. When my husband told me he was using cocaine, there was a shift in the rock-solid foundation.
The ground we walk on, the ocean floor, is made of 7 parts, 7 tectonic plates. And when one of them shifts, the impact is huge. You get Hawaii, you get the San Andreas Fault.
I had this image that the floor of our house had cracked. I saw myself stemming to support the sides of our row house, myself hovering over the fault. You can climb a long way up like this. Maybe in climbing you don't need a floor. I pressed between the walls, harder. I stretched farther. I upheld the image. Okay, I think it's time to crack a joke. So, who wants to crack a joke? Yeah? I'll get it started. So there's this guy, and he gets off work one day, and he goes to a bar. And he meets a woman, and they go back to her place, and they have sex. It's a couple hours later, and he's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to tell my wife? So he goes to this woman, and he says, quick, do you have any talcum powder? And she's like, yeah, I have talcum powder, okay, here you go. And so she gives him talcum powder, puts talcum powder all over his hand. He goes back home, and he says, honey, I'm really sorry. I got off work, and I went to a bar, and I met a woman, and I went back to her place, and we had sex. And she looked at him, and she grabbed his hands, and she said, don't lie to me! You've been climbing again! So somebody's out there, somebody has a joke. Somebody in the house. All right back here. Peter DeMuro in the house. Oh, that's Joe.
So these two nuns, they're riding their bicycles down their little village street, and the one nun turns to the other and says, "You know, I've never come this way before." And the second nun said, "Well, maybe it's the cobblestones."
Why did you cross the road kind of jokes? All right. Do you know how to separate eggs? Oh, you have to show me. This is a visual demonstration. Wow, it really is a visual. Through the kitchen door in action right here.
There are different ways.
Okay.
Everybody thinks
Okay.
that how you crack and you do between the shells or you do it with your hands. The real way to separate eggs.
Why did the Unitarian Universalists cross the road? To help the chicken find his own way. Any other ones? I can take one more, maybe. No? Shy house. One more back here, all right? Yes, sir.
Knock, knock.
Almost there.
Who's there? KGB.
KGB.
I asked the question.
Okay, I have one more. So, there's this guy, and he gets off work one day. Actually, he gets fired. And he goes to a bar, a strip club. And he meets a woman, a stripper, a hooker. And they don't go back to her place. They go to his home, into the bedroom. When they ran out of rock, he sent her away in my car. No, it didn't come back. In the back of the closet, the burned spoon. In between the bed and the box springs, the needles. Sometimes you mess up. In climbing, you yell, "Take!" You shake out. You try again. You try some more. So let's review the steps. I don't know when it began. He said he did coke a couple of times in college. Take! I met him climbing. We fell in love. I got engaged on my 31st birthday. We bought a row house in Baltimore. We were trying to have a child. Take! We climbed and climbed. He smoked crack on the street, in our home, in our bedroom. Crack. Rock. Rock bottom. Lowest possible. I thought rock bottom was that day after rehab when he got fired, missed Thanksgiving, prostitute. I thought rock bottom was after rehab, gave car away, in our home. He lied. I thought rock bottom. I thought I hate fall. But rock is everywhere, and I really like to climb.